Hey everyone, today I'll be reviewing the CN Chengying, which is the newest Tier 3 legendary destroyer in the game that you can purchase in the Lunar Fleet Parade event. As usual, we'll cover the ship's stats, firepower, survivability, usage tips, and at the end, I'll give my opinion on whether it's worth getting or not. Here are the fully upgraded stats of the ship. It has more durability than Admiral Basisti and Zumwalt. Its speed is less than that of Jonjo the Great, but more than that of Admiral Basisti. It has more maneuverability than Ted Stevens, but it's less than that of Zumwalt. Its radar range is more than that of Jonjo the Great, but less than that of Zumwalt. Lastly, its sonar range is the same as that of Admiral Basisti, which is less than that of Jonjo the Great. The ship has great firepower. It's basically similar to the USS Michael Monsieur, but it's Chinese and on steroids. Its firepower is dominated by missiles and cannons. It has 4 missile launchers, 2 are fixed to the ship, while the other 2 are not. The lock launchers fire a laser-guided missile similar to X-51, but much better in many ways, including damage, speed, durability, and reload time. The cannon on the ship is only one, but it plays a huge role in its overall firepower as it is extremely powerful, even more so than Shogun. With its combination of powerful laser-guided missiles and a high-powered cannon, this ship can strike quickly and deal devastating damage, especially in close-range combat. In addition to these weapons, it also comes equipped with 2 torpedo launchers and 2 autocannons, both of which are customizable. They serve as a useful secondary weapon of the ship that will help you deal extra damage to opponents in battle. However, the torpedo is your main weapon and only weapon against submarines, and you will struggle to eliminate them with it due to their torpedo countermeasure. Because of this, the ship's overall anti-submarine capability is somewhat poor. In terms of survivability, I think it's good because it has high durability, allowing it to endure attacks and stay in battle longer. And its anti-air capability is very strong, as it is equipped with 8 anti-air weapons, giving it an impressive ability to damage and shoot down aerial threats. Now, 2 of those anti-air weapons are locked onto the ship, and it's an anti-air missile that is less powerful than the anti-air missile of Admiral Basisti, but it has better speed and a very short reload time. The problem with the survivability of this ship is its agility. Its speed is not a concern, though it is in the slower side, but not as bad as the Admiral Basisti. It is just right below what I would consider average. However, its maneuverability is in the poor side. While the stats indicate it has better maneuverability than Admiral Basisti, in actual battle, it doesn't feel any better and is comparable to the RF leader. The CN Chengying is relatively straightforward to use despite its drawbacks, as it is fully capable of performing all the roles expected of a destroyer: offense, defense, and support, and can engage in combat at any range. It is particularly effective at close range thanks to its powerful laser-guided missile and cannon, allowing the ship to quickly strike and deal heavy damage to the target, as I mentioned earlier. It's the biggest advantage this ship has in a fight, so make sure to use it. However, be cautious against ships equipped with grenade launchers, as there are grenade launchers that can intercept missiles. Since missiles make up a huge portion of Chengying's firepower, you don't want them going to waste. To counter this, wait for your opponent to fire their grenade launcher before launching your missiles. This will help ensure they reach and hit their target. Aside from that, its disadvantages are also worth being cautious of. When handling its somewhat poor anti-submarine capability, I suggest avoiding submarines whenever possible and only fight them when you have teammates to support you. While the ship does have torpedoes, they may not be enough to handle certain submarines like the Belgorod, Izanami, or Taige. You'd probably contribute more to your team by focusing on other opponents rather than picking fights you're likely to struggle with. When it comes to its agility, I suggest focusing more on support whenever possible, and only taking on offensive and defensive roles when the situation requires it. This is because its agility and size make it feel more like a cruiser. Now I could be wrong since I've only used this ship for a few days, but if it doesn't match your usual destroyer playstyle, you might want to give this approach a try. Also, a simple yet useful piece of advice: be mindful of your surroundings. Given the ship's agility and size, it's easy to crash into or get stuck on obstacles. Your awareness of your path and surroundings is the only solution for that matter. Here is my build for Chengying if you guys are interested in it. I chose the YJ-21 for the missile due to numerous recommendations I saw in the community of Modern Warships. But after multiple battles, I can confidently say it's overrated. It's better to stick with the BrahMos 2 or other missiles since the YJ-21 is too easily intercepted. For the torpedo, I used the Mark 45 Astor for its devastating power, but since it is hard to acquire, I suggest using Spearfish or Type 89 if you also want incredible power for your torpedo but easy to acquire. I chose Phenom for the helicopter because of its 2 aviation reserves. This is my helicopter for all of my destroyers and cruisers because it gives you a second chance to use it if the first one is shut down. This is a feature currently not commonly found on many helicopters, and it could give you a huge advantage in battle. For the autocannon, I chose the Seahawk Sigma as it is considered one of the best. If you're on a budget, I suggest using Rapid Fire, but if you're looking for something a bit more expensive, yet still cheaper than the Sigma, the Type 30 is a solid choice. I chose the combination of Rim 162D and Sea Dart for its air defense. I used the Rim 162D on the 4x1 slot for its fast reload time and power, and the Sea Dart on the 2x1 slot for its range and power. Here are the advantages and disadvantages of the ship. Overall, it's a great ship and I think it's worth acquiring. I am aware that some may not like the fact that it's a legendary destroyer with relatively poor anti-submarine capability. While it can still deal a decent amount of damage to submarines with its torpedoes, the ship will struggle to eliminate them with it due to the submarine's torpedo countermeasures. However, this isn't the first legendary destroyer with weak anti-submarine capability, and its many strengths more than make up for its drawbacks. Because of this, I don't think its weakness against submarines is a big deal, and I believe the ship is worth having. If you're as drawn to its strengths as I am, then you should definitely consider adding the ship to your fleet. Now, I'll leave you guys a video of the gameplay of the ship for you guys to see how it performs in battle. And that will be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys like it, and if you all did, please leave a like and subscribe to support me. Thank you so much for watching.